you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning and welcome back to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. It is Youth Wednesdays. In studio with me this morning are representatives of the National Union of Government and Federated Workers. We have First Deputy President General Christopher Street and the Second Deputy General Clifton Simpson here to discuss some concerns with the upcoming election. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, my dear.
And how are you?
Excellent,
All right. So can you just tell our viewers what the National Union of Government and Federated Workers is about?
The NUGFW, as we fondly refer to it, is a trade union under the Trade Unions Act, and it would have been formed somewhere in the 30s, 1937, I believe, to be exact. And what that trade union does, it provides representation to workers, right? It sees about their political, social, and economic welfare or well-being of workers. So that is our role and function as a trade union, basically. And we go about achieving that by providing representation for these workers in different places. In fact, the NUGFW represents some 52, I think, bargaining units. And a bargaining unit is an entity, an industry, a cooperative in terms of a business. And our biggest bargaining unit is the government daily rated employees in central and local government, and the THA. All the daily rated workers that fall within those bargaining units are represented by the NUGFW. Okay. Basically, that is what the union is about.
That's the union. Okay, so as we know, elections are an important step in any organization, but this situation is a bit unique in itself. Now, you all are running against the current President General, Mr. James Lambert. Can you share with us a little bit about that situation?
Yeah, I have been the First Deputy President General of the NUGFW since 2008. James Lambert would have been the President General from then, at that time also. But jump ahead to 2024. After 16 years of being loyal in terms of the organization and accepting James Lambert as the leader, we have felt that at this time, at this juncture, we can no longer go on with James Lambert as the leader. James Lambert has turned into a tyrant. James Lambert has become very undemocratic. James Lambert has gotten to the place where he is of the view that the NUGFW is his personal and private property. In fact, he operates it as that. We are run under a constitution, and James Lambert has admitted to us that while the constitution says certain things, he really not in agreement with them. So therefore he's going to run the union as he sees fit. And we are saying that that is untenable. We would not sit idly by and allow that to happen. And therefore, we have the view, as we reach this juncture, that we should remove James Lambert. Challenge and remove James Lambert, because we too have a number of plans that we feel will redound to the benefit of the membership of the NUGFW. Hence, we decide to take this step in removing him and replacing him with something better, not personally me, but an executive that will appreciate and an executive that will respect the constitution of the organization.
Okay, within those 16 years that he has been running the trade union, do you think that he did a good job in terms of representing the members?
At some point in time, because remember, he would have replaced someone There was an election in 2008, and the membership decided that they're going to give our team the opportunity to run the union. And of course, during that period, certain benefits would have been coming forward, but then that is the role of the union. I said we here from 1937. So from 1937, as we go along, yes, because you ask your great-grandfather, he could tell you to work for 25 cents a day, right? That those progressions and those progressive things would have been done by the trade union, by our union. And of course, from 2016 to now, yes, we'd have made some inroads by his leadership, not necessarily by him, but by him providing the necessary leadership. And we feel that, yes, that was done, but the way in which he has begun to carry on the business of the organization, no accountability, no democracy, carrying on the organization in a manner that is ultra-various, the rules, the constitution of the union, and he has paid no regards. Lately, though, for the last 5 or 6 years, he has really fallen down on the job, right? I don't know if it's age-related, I can't say, but I know, being there with him, he has fallen down on the job. He seldom shows up to important things, and, you know, he really, as they say, is inertia that taking him forward. He has been there, and he's just going forward. We have the view that he should have done the honorable thing and not put forward himself again at this age for a role as the leader of the union. There may be other things that he could have been, you know, assisting the organization with, but in terms of the leadership, we have the view that James Lambert has lost the energy, has lost the what we will want to call the fight to carry on, because to win anything for people, you must have that energy in making those representations, and we have the view that that has gone out of him, and therefore we cannot sit idly by and allow him to continue. And we know at the end of the day, the representation that he will be providing would not be in the best interest of our members.
But if I may, even to that, our rules does not specifically say that there's a retirement age for executive officers. But at the time when the rules were formulated, no one would have anticipated that someone would take advantage of the rules and abuse it to such an extent. Historically, if you look back to the leaders who would have passed before, Nathaniel Critchlow, Selwyn John, Leslie Clifford, Sonny Ali Sheikh, and the one that was not re-elected in Robert Giuseppe, not one of them reached the age of even 70. And to take, and they had the tenacity to have a very vibrant general council and executive. So younger persons who were coming through the movement would have learned, and we would have developed skill sets along the way. But as it stands now, those persons who are coming through, save and except they would have had personal advice and experience from us. In fact, the persons who he proposes to force upon the union now, they have not had that benefit. And they hardly likely to have it because of the fact that he has been abusing the rules and not calling meetings as he ought to in accordance with the rules. And if he continues like that, it spells a certain level of doom for our organization. And if the organization falls in terms of representation and in terms of the leadership who is there, it means membership will drop. It means that the general public and the employers will lose respect for the union. and it would diminish our ability to influence positive change on behalf of workers in Trinidad and Tobago. That is what it does, and that is what it means, the implication of it.
Okay, so if we're looking on your shirts, we're seeing the Workers' Guardian and we're seeing the emblem of an eagle. Can you tell me what is going to be different with the Workers' Guardian if you all are elected to the trade union?
Well, in the first instance, we sought to bring a team who we are confident has a high level of integrity, because we are committed to, we have made commitments to the membership that once elected, we are going to do certain things in our manifesto. And we do not want persons who would say one thing today and then change their mind along the course. It would mean that we would have come and lied to the membership. That is not what we are out to do. Our intention is to build this union from where it is now to where it used to be, and even to train persons who will take over and make it even greater than when we will be leaving it in the near future.
Okay. Has a date been called for the elections?
The 28th of October, the Constitution requires that the election be held the last Monday in October. Save and except is a public holiday, then it goes the following Monday.
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years. So and it happens to fall on the 28th of October this year. Mind you, this election was supposed to be held in 2023. James Lambert came to us and he said, based on what he sees in the accounts and whatnot, it would not be viable for the union to hold an election because it was an expensive exercise last year. And so we went to the Congress and got it extended, the term extended by another year. And those are the persons who, if you really consult them, the Congress and the General Council, the executive, these are the parts of the union that makes the really effective decisions. But if you don't call no meeting, it is impossible for them to even make a decision or pronounce on something.
Okay, and who is eligible to vote in this election?
Financial.
Well, in the first instance, persons who have membership at least 3 years financial without broken service as a member are eligible to run for office. And in the second instance, every single financial member of the union, persons who pay their dues consistently, those are the persons who will be eligible to vote.
Okay.
Which at this point amounts to about 17,000 and change.
Okay, and how can people vote?
Well, in accordance with the rules, there will be polling stations placed in different parts of both Trinidad and Tobago. It will be advertised in the media, and our page, because we have a page, we will also be putting up that information where it would be. But the rules say we have to have an independent election supervisor. And the election supervisor will be in charge of a committee of persons who were elected by the General Council. And it is through them that we will know exactly where the official polling stations will be, and that information will be coming out as far as I'm aware, next week sometime. Yes.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you very much, Mr. Simpson and Mr. Street, for joining us here on the Tobago Updates morning show. Okay, viewers, we would go for a break. Don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be back for more.
If I